I'm going to show you how to turn off all notifications on your phone. This is going to be a step-by-step tutorial for both Android and iPhone. So let's get started. Let me introduce myself. My name is Anonymous. I am a professional productivity consultant, and I help people just like you to reclaim their time, reduce their stress, and eliminate distractions so they can get more done and enjoy their life a little bit more. So, if that sounds good to you, consider subscribing because every week I put out new content designed to do exactly that. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you how to turn off all of your notifications on your phone. But before we get into that, I want to talk about why this is such an important thing to do. You see, most of us, when we go through our day, have our phones at our side. We keep it right next to us, whether it's in front of us on a table or in our pocket. And then what happens is we start talking to someone, but really we're paying attention to our phone. You know, we're looking down at our phone while we're talking to this other person, listening to them, whatever it may be, and that's not being present. And I think all of us have been guilty of this. I certainly have. I think it's a bad habit that many of us have fallen into where we just not paying attention to those around us because we worried that we might miss something important on our phone. And here's the thing, there's always going to be something important on our phone. There's always going to be another notification, another email, another text message, another direct message on social media. It doesn't matter. There's always going to be something there. The problem with this is that when we're not present with the people around us, when we're not paying attention to them, they can sense that we're not there. They can sense that we're not interested. And that makes us seem rude. That makes us seem inconsiderate. And over time, that erodes the relationship we have with these people. And none of us wants that. All of us want to make sure that we are being present, that we are listening, that we are giving people our full, undivided attention. And turning off notifications on our phone helps us to do that. So let's jump into how to do this on both Android and iPhone. First up, let's talk about Android. If you have an Android device, go into Settings, scroll down until you find Apps and Notifications. Tap on that. Scroll down until you find the app that you want to turn off notifications for. Now, it could be for all of your apps. Maybe you don't want any notifications on your phone at all, in which case you can just scroll through and tap on each individual app and turn off notifications for all of those. Or, B, you just want to turn off notifications for one specific app. For example, let's say I want to turn off notifications for WhatsApp. When I tap on that, I'm gonna be taken to a screen that looks like this. And you can see there are a lot of different options here. I'm just gonna focus on the important one, which is notifications, and I'm gonna tap on that. Now here you can see it says notifications on. I'm gonna tap that and I'm gonna turn that off. And now WhatsApp will no longer send me notifications. I'll no longer receive these little red bubbles above my app indicating that I have unread messages. Instead, I have to go into the app to check if I have any messages. Now, there are some caveats to this. For example, if I go back into WhatsApp, you'll notice that there's still a little red bubble there. That's because WhatsApp is one of those apps that has a persistent badge. That means even if I turn off notifications, it's still going to show a red bubble if I have unread messages. Now, there are ways to get rid of that, but that's beyond the scope of this video. I'm not going to cover that in this video. But just know that that's one of the limitations if you're on Android. On iPhone, you don't have that limitation, but you do have a few more steps to go through. Let me show you. On iPhone, go into Settings and then scroll down until you find Notifications. Once you're in the Notification section, scroll down until you find the app that you want to turn off notifications for. So let's use WhatsApp again as an example. So I am gonna tap on WhatsApp and you lines notice that there is a few different options here. I'm gonna focus on the important one, which is just simply notifications. Now here you can see allow notifications is toggled on. I'm gonna toggle that off, and now WhatsApp will no longer send me notifications. Now, there are a couple of things to pay attention to here. The first is that when you turn off notifications for an app, any existing notifications that were there for that app will disappear. So, if I go into WhatsApp right now, you lines notice that there is no longer a red bubble above my app indicating that I have unread messages. Even though I know I have unread messages because I haven't checked them yet. Those notifications are gone. They've disappeared. So keep that in mind. The second thing to pay attention to is that on iPhone, when you turn off notifications for an app, it will also remove the app from your notification center. So, if I go up here to my notification center, you'll notice that WhatsApp is no longer here. It's gone. That's because I turned off notifications for it. Now, the benefit of this is that now I am not gonna be bombarded with notifications from various different apps. Now I have to go into each individual app to check if I have any unread messages or anything else. And that's a good thing. It forces me to be more intentional about checking my phone instead of my phone constantly interrupting me, grabbing my attention so that I can check it. Now, there are some apps like email, for example, that I still want to receive notifications for because I need those notifications to be timely and important. Maybe there is an email with an attachment that is very important and I need to get that as soon as possible. I want to be notified of that. So for those apps, I'm gonna turn notifications back on. But for all of the other apps, I'm gonna turn off notifications so that I'm not constantly being interrupted, so that I can be more present with the people around me. Now, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give it a like. If you really liked it, consider sharing it with a friend. And of course, subscribe so that you get notified when I release new videos. Until next time, take care.